Now notice the way this is typed in. There are absolutely no spaces whatsoever. Everything has to be really packed in tightly here. So now we go into our data. Whoops, yeah, here we go. Data analysis. And you see two-factor without replication. It's a mistake to click on that. This is two-factor with replication because for each sample we have several replicates or data items. So you click on two-factor with replication, okay that. Now your input range, you want to move this over. Your input range is the whole thing, everything. Include your labels too. And rows per sample means these are your samples. The looms are called your samples. So you have two samples, Jetta and Turk, so each one has 5 rows in it. So 5 rows per sample. Your output range you can put wherever you want. I'll put it right here next to the data. Uh-oh, output range is missing. I thought I told it to put it here. Huh. Input range must have at least one data point. Okay, we're having trouble here. We have to redo the input range. Now, does everything look okay? Yes, I think so. From A1 to E11. Yay, works now. All right, let's take a look at how to read this. Make it a little bit smaller. Well, let's start up here. Now, Jetta. Here's the average for supplier 1, the average tensile strength. That many pounds of force to break Jetta on the average from supplier 1. This many pounds of force to break fabric that's made on the Jetta loom from supplier 2. And here's the overall average tensile strength for Jetta. So just learning how to read your output. For Turk, same thing, supplier 1 for Turk, the average tensile strength 19.5. For supplier 2 for Turk, etc., etc. And over here, the average tensile strength for Turk, 21.945. Now notice the two average tensile strengths for the two samples, very little difference. You wouldn't think there's a significant difference there. Now let's read on down. These numbers refer to the totals for the 4 suppliers. And we already found there was a significant difference when we did one-way ANOVA. We saw that there was a big difference between these two. But let's go on down now and learn how to read the ANOVA table. So sample is going to refer to the 2 looms, Jetta and Turk. Columns is going to refer to your 4 columns, the 4 suppliers. Interaction effect means does the fabric made from one loom depend on which supplier it came from? Is there some kind of interaction between the looms and the suppliers? It might be easier to read the p-values here. This is the only place where the p-value is small. And remember, when the p-value is small, under 0.05, it means you reject the null hypothesis and you say there is a significant difference. So here in the sample or in the looms, p-value is large enough, we don't reject the null hypothesis. Interaction effect, saying nah, not really an interaction effect. But here, the suppliers for the columns, yes, definitely an interaction effect. Definitely a significant difference in the 4 suppliers. So we're going to reject the null hypothesis of no significant difference in the columns or the suppliers and say that there is a significant difference in the suppliers.